our guests today. We are talking about, in support of season 25 premiere, we have Hugh Dancy, Odelya Halevi, and Tony Goldwyn of NBC's Law and Order. Guys, thanks for stopping by. How are you? And a new season, Hugh, and new adventures in so many ways, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's right. We continue, well, new adventures, we continue the Law and Order story that many people are familiar with, but we also continue the story of our characters that actually we left in a kind of cliffhanger at the end of last season, and we will be picking that up from from the exact point that we dropped it in the first episode of this season.
All right, so I want to just pop into each one of your characters. For people that, you know what, I'm a binge watcher. I'm a streamer. I got 25 seasons to watch at one point in time. If I complain, I can't go watch seasons. And I'm a huge fan of certain Law and Orders. Just never got in yet to this one. But I'm looking for content to binge. But Hugh, tell me about your character and how that character's kind of developed since you've been on the show.
So my character is called Nolan Price. I'm the assistant district attorney, meaning I try the cases that we bring forward. He is somebody, I think, who wrestles with having what you could call a strong moral compass, but you could also call being slightly unbending, a kind of, unwilling, a rigid adherence to law and principle, which is in one sense a really good way to go about the job, and in another sense can be a bit can hold him back, right? And fortunately, not to jump ahead, but Odie's character, I think, is the voice more of feeling, empathy, and the debate that we often have between us is what role do both those things play when it comes to the law?
100%. Okay, so Odelya, tell us about your character and how that's developed.
I feel like my character, she's maybe joined right after maybe school. She had very little experience, but she had to really fight through to get this job. And then she meets Nolan Price, who's very, not to say cold, but very, very demanding and believes in the law and what's right. And she comes in and she shakes things up with just more empathy and feelings. And, I actually feel like if she wasn't a defense, if she wasn't a prosecutor, she would be great at being a defense lawyer, because she just really very empathetic. And I feel like that's what's so great about the show too, that you get each character really represents what the audience might feel, which is why it's so relatable. And that's why I think Nolan and Sam really complement each other. She's the heart, he's the head.
All right, Tony, same question for you.
Well, I'm the district attorney of New York, so I'm the boss of these guys. And I sort of came in late. I came in a season and a half ago, midway through season 3, and now we're in season 5. So I took over for Sam Waterston, who was, played the role for 20 years.
Yes.
And so that was stepping in. And my character of Nick Baxter is a very different guy than Jack McCoy, who Sam famously played. Baxter is someone who is as much a politician as he is an attorney. Also, I think has a strong, extremely good at his job, has a strong kind of moral center and sense of ethics, but looks at things much more broadly. So Nolan and I committed some conflict because, as Hugh mentioned, Nolan has a very rigid moral view of things, and to Baxter's point of view, sometimes I think Baxter's too political for Nolan, and sometimes Nolan is too unbending for Baxter. So it creates some really interesting back and forth and dynamics in our threesome here.
Exactly. We want to thank our special simulcast against also Celebrity Interviews Live from the Grotto with Greg Hanna for this broadcast. And you could check out Law and Order season 25, and I'm going to binge watch them all on Peacock. So guys, I have a lot of work to do. Check it out, 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC, and the next day on Peacock. Appreciate it, guys. And it was great to get to know your characters, and appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be